Let's recap the Night of the Hunted movie plot closely. The story begins with Alice, a 30-year-old woman in a motel. She gets a call from her husband Eric early in the morning, reminding her of their fertility doctor appointment. Alice works at a pharmaceutical company, and she's returning from a convention. However, she's having an affair with her friend and colleague, John, which Eric is unaware of. As they continue their journey, they run low on fuel, even though John recalls filling the tank recently. They stop at a gas station, and Alice goes inside for coffee. While there, she discovers blood on the walls and is suddenly shot in the arm. Bullets rain down on her, but John can't hear her cries for help due to loud music in the car. With a makeshift tourniquet on her arm, Alice narrowly escapes more bullets and realizes a sniper on a nearby billboard is targeting her. She tries to grab her phone, but it's shot to pieces. In a desperate move, she spots an exit door on CCTV and a walkie-talkie on a nearby desk. She throws snacks to divert the sniper's attention, retrieves the walkie-talkie, and asks a man to call the police. Meanwhile, John finds the fuel is low again and checks on Alice. He's shot in the neck, and despite his pleas, the sniper kills him. Alice tries to retrieve the walkie-talkie and informs the man about her situation. He promises police help in 15 minutes, but then reveals he's the one who killed John. He threatens to come down to her. Alice notices light switches and decides darkness might help her escape. She tries to turn off the lights, but fails. Then she finds a movable shelf, dodges bullets, and successfully turns off the lights. She tries to contact others on the radio, but keeps connecting to the sniper, who says it's just him, Alice, and his wife, Amelia. Alice learns Amelia is dead, and the killer claims he killed her for cheating, making Alice more frightened as she's also been unfaithful. A guy named Doug arrives at the gas station, and Alice warns him about the sniper. She thinks Doug had an affair with Amelia. She tells him to call the police, but Doug left his phone in his car. He denies being the killer and says Amelia wasn't married. While Doug is in the store, the sniper remains silent, making Alice suspicious. She doesn't know whom to trust. Alice remains cautious and doubtful about the whole situation. Doug suggests that she should talk to the person on the walkie-talkie to clear things up. With time ticking away and the sniper staying silent, Alice asks Doug to fetch his phone from his car as proof that he's not the sniper. She intends to distract the sniper as much as possible. Doug is understandably apprehensive about the dangerous idea, but Alice persistently insists, and Doug reluctantly agrees. However, as soon as Doug reaches his car, he attempts to retrieve his phone from a holder, but he gets shot and killed. His phone is destroyed in the process. This tragic event confirms that Doug was not the sniper as he claimed. Alice is left devastated for sending Doug to his demise and losing her chance to escape. The real sniper reappears on the radio and accuses Alice of being a murderer for sending Doug on a dangerous mission, knowing he wouldn't survive. He wants the truth and despises Alice for working at a company that produces drugs affecting people's lives. Alice claims she's just a social media manager at the pharmaceutical company, but the sniper argues that she's worse because she promotes these drugs while knowing they are harmful. He even knows the name of Alice's company and accuses her of advancing her career at the expense of others, alleging that she falsely accused someone of sexual assault. This accusation led to the man's firing and his inability to care for his sick daughter. As the sniper continues his rant on the radio, Alice notices a pile of umbrellas near the counter. She decides to use them. The identity of the person talking on the walkie-talkie, claiming to be Amelia's husband, is in doubt, especially considering Doug's statement contradicting it. The sniper may have lied about being Amelia's husband to seek revenge for her infidelity, and Alice might have been an unintended target caught at the wrong place and time. While Alice lines up the umbrellas, the sniper notices her action and fires multiple shots at the gas station. Alice manages to reach the exit door, but finds it locked. She searches for items to break the padlock, but fail. A random man arrives at the station, fill up gas, but leaves. Credit card doesn't. The sniper refrains from attacking him, indicating he targets only those who uncover his plan. Emotional and desperate, Alice tries to reason with the sniper and mentions her struggles with conceiving, which has strained her marriage. To her surprise, the sniper knows about her infidelity and berates her for her action. A police car briefly passes by but doesn't stop, leaving Alice disheartened. Taking advantage of the distraction, Alice quietly approaches John's car, but the sniper shoots at her as she tries to enter. She retreats back into the store, wounded in her thigh. Though in pain, she manages to apply first aid to stop the bleeding as the sniper continues to express his grievances. Alice notices a uniform labeled Henry and a picture of a man and his daughter. It seems Henry lost his job, but his belongings remain. Alice attempts to cut the padlock with a hacksaw, but injures her hand in the process. Frustrated, she addresses the sniper mentioning Henry and trying to empathize with his life. The sniper, however, denies any knowledge of Henry. Shortly after, another car arrives at the station. An elderly man exits to refuel his car and sees Doug's lifeless body, causing panic. This alerts the sniper, who promptly shoots the man. The man's wife also emerges, and despite Alice's desperate attempts to signal her to hide, it's too late. The sniper shoots the elderly woman as well, ruthlessly taking the lives of an innocent couple in front of each other. The sniper tells Alice they share an evil gene that she'll pass on to her unborn child. Alice explains that she chooses not to have children to prevent them from suffering from depression and becoming cowardly killers. However, Alice spots a young girl named Cindy in the car. Traumatized by witnessing her grandparents' gruesome deaths, Cindy is too frightened to run away. Alice appeals to the sniper, asking him to spare the child. He questions whether Alice would give up her own life for Cindy. Alice bravely answers, yes, and the sniper gives her 2 minutes to send the child away. Alice instructs Cindy to run towards the road, but the terrified girl instead seeks refuge inside the store, too afraid to venture out into the darkness. Left with no other options, Alice blocks the door and begins cutting through the padlock on the exit gate. Simultaneously, the assailant finally descends from the billboard and approaches the store with the intention of completing his mission. Meanwhile, Alice manages to cut open the padlock on the exit gate, only to discover another locked shutter behind it. With no other options, she prepares to confront the dangerous intruder, hiding Cindy and arming herself with whatever tools she can find. Shortly after, the sniper arrives at the store, gains entry, and begins searching the premises. He questions Alice about his identity, wondering if he's here on behalf of her betrayed husband, if she unjustly cost him his job, or if he's a grieving father who lost his daughter due to drugs from her company. As the sniper turns a corner, Alice surprises him by attacking from behind, thrusting a rod into his back. However, this initial blow doesn't incapacitate the sniper. He retaliates, and a struggle ensues as Alice attempts to unmask him. While Cindy watches the fight unfold from a corner, a gunshot rings out and Alice falls to the ground, seemingly lifeless. The killer approaches Cindy's hiding place, intent on revealing his face, but Alice reappears unexpectedly. She summons her last reserves of strength to strike him with a fire extinguisher. The sniper tries to rise but is dealt another blow, rendering him immobile. Alice then positions him beneath a hydraulic press, all the while attempting to uncover his true identity. Before she can unveil his face, the machine ruthlessly crushes his skull, concluding the dramatic ordeal. Unfortunately, Alice will never discover the identity or motivations of the killer, leaving this enigma as the central mystery of the story. She eventually succumbs to her injuries, lying on the ground as her life fades away. A few moments later, she breathes her last, with Cindy as the sole witness to these horrific events. In the final scene, the young girl emerges from the store and begins walking down the road. The morning sun rises, and she is fortunate to be the only survivor of this brutal incident.